Good evening, folks. Good morning. Did I see Hollywood's here at 2 a.m.? Bloody hell. How's everybody doing? Chiefs and Crusaders not too far away. Elliot is here this time, man. I know you missed the game yesterday because you had to work. Bloody work, eh? Gets in the way. Novmum. Jahanari back in the Chiefs. Novmum's got free money on the Chiefs. That's the best kind. I swear to God that last night... I said this last night, I can see the Chiefs winning. But you've backed the Crusaders. Oh, Hollywood's the one at 2 a.m. in Manitoba. Cold? That isn't dedication indeed. JP's around. I'd love to see the Chiefs will be predicting the Crusaders by 12. Novmum is nervous. Not at the game tonight, Novmum. Looks like a pretty good crowd, actually, eh? No Gaza and Mama 2 cents tonight, unfortunately. Looks to be a good crowd. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Starleo, man. How's it going? We are not far away from kickoff. The Tars are playing some rookie at 10 later, so I've got my pick on the Force, but you never know. You never know. Watching at home tonight. Fair enough, Novmum. Declan. Good morning from Wales. Evening for me indeed, man. It's beer o'clock. Hopefully a close one, Daramundi. I agree. Don't let the Crusaders just romp away with it. YOLO, man. I'm still recovering from the Blues meltdown yesterday, but I'll get there. I will get there. Are we likely to see Gaz and Mama Hussein? It's going to become a weekly feature. Next week, they're probably going to come over on a Thursday because they've been coming over once a week. And, by the way, I've got kickoff. We're 21 seconds into the game. They're probably going to come over on Thursday because they've offered to look after my boy Friday because Mum doesn't work on a Friday. Gaz is retired. So it's school holidays. So they've offered to take him off my hands for a day because my niece will also be with them on the Friday. So, yeah. Hopefully, though, apart from the school holidays, which is the next 2 weeks, it'd be nice to have them round, but then the competition will be almost over anyway. Simon is at the game. Where are you sitting, Simon? Another Crusaders handling error. They are picking up where they left off, man. I will say Gazza gave a great shout for Wales. He did, man. He likes Wales. He hasn't been. He should go, but he likes Wales. Kia ora mata, man. How's it going? YOLO's got the Chiefs by 13. Bloody hell. Chiefs by 3, says Nusa. Why did they put McKenzie at 10? I don't know. Maybe they weren't happy with Trask. Maybe they didn't think Trask could do a job against Mo'unga. Not sure, eh? Grandparents are great people to have around. Yeah, they actually offered to look after my boy. They didn't I didn't beg for it or anything, you know. I was quite, because I've got him next week, so, and the week after. Well, 26, fair enough. What is that cam? Like blimp cam? Yeah, they used to do the old, it's probably a drone, eh? But they used to do, Eden Park used to have a blimp going around it. What's a blimp called? Isn't there another name for a blimp? Not a hot air balloon. Airship? Nah, I don't know. Lewis trusts in Ben Donaldson. Let's hope he has a good game, man. He's the rookie for the Tars in the game later. Yeah, it's all drones nowadays, Ribsy. The bloody drone they have at Eden Park is a massive, 6 or 8 engine jobber. You can hear it from miles away. Yeah, it's a massive, commercial use drone. Must have a hell of a lot of batteries to carry. Dirigible, Zeppelin, yeah, all those words for a day. Ewan, man, how's it going? It was a good kick from McKenzie. Theft. We are on the Chiefs, not the Chiefs, the Crusaders 22 metre line. They have a line out, which is usually pretty solid. And, we'll see if the Chiefs can pinch it. I have a second interview, mate. Oh, this is for your job. Good, man. Oh, Patrick remembers my nickname, Mick Murray. Only Gazza has ever called me Mick Murray, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why the hell he called me Mick Murray. Yeah. But you call me McMurray, I'll look up. Hey, McMurray, what? I'll look up. We don't beg, we volunteer, and the grandkids like being with us. That helps. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, my parents have actually been really generous with their time with the grandkids recently. Yeah. I am at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. The Chiefs just gave away a penalty at the mall. So, just after the mall. So it's, been kicked into touch by the Crusaders. So now the Crusaders are hot on attack inside the Chiefs 22. 4 minutes right about now. Grant, man, good evening. Ewan, I'm torn because the Crusaders winning would do well for my Blues, but my Blues don't deserve to be in the final anyway, so let's just go Chiefs, eh? His explanation wasn't even any good. I know. Gazza does things for his own reasons, Ribsy. He doesn't really probably know why he does it either. He just does it. Yeah. He's got some random habits that I remember from my childhood. You're like 15 seconds ahead. Fair enough, man. I don't know how that works. Luke, buddy, how's it going? The Crusaders are 8 phases in. They're about 6 meters away from the Chiefs' line. Will Jordan is dancing through. He's almost got to the line, but not quite. Goodness me. 11 phases, and Fai'anganuku looks to have scored. Bloody hell. Didn't take long. He is in stellar form, man. Once again, I feel for my missus who is looking after 2 kids to put them to bed, which is hard enough on its own. I can hear my girl crying. I think attendance is good because the people at Waikato have been watching for a while now. The Chiefs are decent. Yeah, they're finally decent, so people are willing to go and spend some money. I'm here for the chat. Can't find a dodgy stream for this game, Grant. I can't believe it. We'll try to keep you informed as to what's going on. And hot knife through butter is exactly right, mate. Big V8 show. How you going, bud? Nice shirt. The Crusaders already looking like a better team. Lots of backup at the breakdown. Indeed. 7-0 up. Let's put the score up, eh? It is 7 points to 0. My daughter is crying. Put the kids to bed. I'm off to watch rugby. Defo would be as a dad. Yeah, I do it the other nights, man. I put them to bed most of the other nights. I showered both the kids, so I paid my dues before rugby kickoff. If that makes sense. So... Seven minutes is where the clock is at. Oh man, the Crusaders just put a little dinky kick over the top, but they couldn't regather it. They'll go back for a scrum, surely. Oh, the ref's keen to play a long advantage for a knock-on. The Chiefs are still going forward. Go back for the scrum. And the mum just tells her to go to bed. To be honest, my son's pretty low maintenance. I trained him. Yeah, he just goes to bed. My daughter is... I mean, she's not quite 3. She's got a proper bit of drama about her before going to bed. Is there any way for the Highlanders to win at this point? I think they need the Chiefs and the Blues to lose and then the Highlanders need to win their remaining game. Yeah, they're only 1 point behind the Blues, but the Blues have got a game in hand. So they need the Blues and the Chiefs to bomb out. So they need the Chiefs to bomb out in this game and the Blues probably the next 2 weeks. So there's a possibility, but it's not in their own hands. Jake Paul, nah man, that's I think I'm too old for that stuff. I know he's famous for YouTube, but that's about as far as the extent of my knowledge goes. Did you suck it up with Gazza as a kid when he tried to put me to bed? Gazza put me to bed. You're having a laugh, man. That was all my mum. All my mum. Yeah, no. Gazza has his strengths, but looking after young children is not one of them. Kia ora, April Tui. I'm glad it's a lovely morning over where you're at. It's a pretty lovely evening here. I spent most of my afternoon, which was also lovely, in the garden, doing composting, April Tui. Well, I was digging some compost into the garden, actually, but store-bought compost rather than my own stuff, which is not quite ready to go. 2 Cents Gardening is the next channel on the horizon. There's a bug. Missed him. Gazza will just tell you to run it. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, I obviously don't remember. Apparently, I don't remember if it was me or my brother, but one of us as a child, as a baby, was crying in the cot for too long. And apparently my dad was just like, would you shut the fuck up? I mean, I've kind of been there, man. I've had crying babies next to me, and I've lost the plot, and it tends to be better just to go take a little walk to the kitchen and come back, and you'll cool down. When babies are just crying and crying and crying and crying, it's pretty infuriating. But I can confirm yelling at them doesn't actually help anything. It just makes matters worse. All the kids have their own personality. Yeah, exactly right. My son was really easy to train, actually. He's pretty self-sufficient. Gazza probably gave you a fair kick up the bum. He was the one. He had the shoe, his work shoe, on the bum if you mucked up. Do a gardening channel, that would be hilarious. I know. You want to try the bokashi? Yeah, April too. I mean, it's kind of a pain because you got to buy the 2 buckets. I would say 2 buckets so you can go use one while it ferments, and then you fill up the other one, and you do have to buy the grains. But other than that, like, it's the easiest thing to do. I'm not a very good gardener, pork, mate. No, I'm trying to get into it. I want to grow some food now that I have a lawn. I want to grow some food. North Island Book of Parenting, Chapter 1, shouting at infants. Yeah, generally not a good idea. Morning from Sweden, Jamie. Evening. You said you didn't think your Blues... Oops, what was that? Didn't think your Blues deserved to be in the final. Who do you think deserved? If the Chiefs can win this game, I will say the Chiefs. This would be a hell of a result. I'm a garden maintenance contractor in Victoria. Man, Tama, I need to hit you up for some gardening tips. This will be our best chance to beat the Crusaders, is Kellen. You're at home, you got that crowd behind you, you got the momentum in terms of recent results. Yep, it's a good chance. Definitely a good chance. D-Mac has just slotted a penalty. So the Chiefs are on the board. $2 in the USA, found the game. Good man, Tama. I'm still having to amend my soil, Tama, because it's like I dug parts of it up today, and it's like you dig it up with a spade, and it's just like a block of clay. Like there's no roots that can penetrate that stuff. Like even with your hands, as you try and break it, it's just like rocks. You can break it, but it takes a hell of an effort. So good luck to me trying to grow anything in that at the moment. So that's hence the compost. Anyway. 13 minutes and 50 seconds as we talk about gardening. There is a match between the Crusaders and the Chiefs on. 7 points to 3. Chiefs have just had a line out. They threw it long. And they're going to run it. They're just outside the halfway line. Slugs hate cinnamon. And if you leave a jar lid of beer, they will go into that and die. I've heard about leaving cans or something with a little bit in them and they go in and they drown. It's nice to work with your hands, Pork. Yeah, man, I love it. It's really satisfying to get into the garden. I haven't done it for a long time, so I'm going to give it a crack at this new place. The garden out there is just this horrible, what is it called? I looked it up the other day. Kukri grass or something? It's pretty nasty stuff. Although the place does have 2 Feijoa trees and a fig tree. Like squeezed in at either end of the house. Not that there's much space for them, but they're already there, so they've got enough sunlight to grow. Zoodoo was good for our clay soil in Wellington. Check out Auckland Zoo, they usually sell it. Okay. Zoodoo. Chiefs are trying to run it out from their own 22 at the moment. Surely they will exit with a big old kick. Ta'avau's running it up. He's isolated. They're in trouble. Nope. Still okay. Here's the kick. D-Mac puts his left boot through it. And they'll run it back to halfway, the Crusaders. Campbell Jordan jumps through. Nope. He is brought down. Your grapevine died. No good. Happy to be on the sofa to watch rugby, Alan. Yeah, that was bizarre that it was my parents on the sofa yesterday. I was still on the bloody chair. It smells bad, of course. I just chucked sheep pellets on the lawn today, and it doesn't smell good either. I also chucked coffee grounds, so that at least kind of balanced it out. Worn, cast, compost, and biochar with grass. You can get herbicide that will only kill the grass and nothing else. Okay. I'll have to have a look. Alatoa going to Leinster. He likes winning, apparently. Going from a winning team to a winning team. Starleo says, Will Jordan has been quiet. Yeah, he seems to have been kind of identified, maybe people have been doing their homework on some of his stepping. He's not been quite as dangerous. D-Mac's been alright April too, but this is his first chance at 10, like for the start. He's usually only come on from at 10 as like Trask has gone off or something like that. I think he's been sussed out. Yes, Callum, I agree. Good to see you wearing the right jersey, James. It's the best fit. The Chiefs one's a bit tight. Morning, Rodri. How is it going? We've been talking about gardening. Of all things. There's an extreme option for your garden, like a press here to restart option. I kind of do need that, bro. Like the people who owned this place before rented it out. So the tenants didn't give 2 hoots about the garden. It's overgrown. We pulled out a big bag of weeds like that today, and that's only a start. And like I said, I'm trying to amend the soil because parts of it are okay, but parts of it are just rock hard clay. I should have taken a photo of it, man. It's like, it just looks like a brick. It's the same color in some parts. Patrick says, last night was good to see Caleb making some meters. Yeah, first time in a while, actually, Patrick, that he's had some real boomfa impact, so that was good to see. Coffee grounds, great fertilizer, worm casting, bro. Worm is the best compost. Okay. Got a different cover on the sofa. It's actually just a sheet, hey, April? It's just a sheet. We had a different sheet on yesterday, and I said to my mum, because she used to be a seamstress, man. She can make bloody anything. I said, because the sheet, if you sit down, like it pulls, like this pulls down, and the kids muck around in it. And I said, like, can you do anything with it? So she brought some pins over. She pinned the snot out of it, and she measured and stuff. So she's taking it away to like put some elastic in some places and stitch some places, so it's gonna fit like an actual cover. Rugby's feared as I've been away so long. Yeah, man, we're at 18 minutes and 11 seconds in this one. It's still 4-point ball game. Both sides have had their moments, but still nobody on top really as yet. At least you don't have to argue with pheasants about whose garden it is. I do not have to worry about any bird life. All the neighbours have cats. Will I put a swimming pool in my garden? There's no spot for a swimming pool, man. The garden is small, which is not a bad thing. I don't need a heap of space. I don't even need a lawnmower because it's that small. I just have like, not a weed whacker, but like a, not a line trimmer, but like it's like a line trimmer, but it uses a blade instead of a single line, and I can cut it in like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. I can go the whole lawn. It's tiny. It's tiny. Richie Morgan is running it out of his own end goal. So is David Havili. Chip and chase. Oh, D-Mac can't pick it up from his ankles. Knock on, we'll have a scrum. Not sure about the pink. Like I said, it's just a sheet, man. The grey one is being fixed. It's more of a red, but it looks pink on the camera. So mow your lawn to the shortest strand, dig up your lawn to take the top layer off and add fresh soil. Plant some grass seed in a few weeks in decent rain and sunshine, you're golden. I don't even know if I want a lawn though, eh? I reckon I'd rather have a garden, like a food growing garden, like just soil and maybe some mulch on there instead of grass. Grass doesn't feed me. I'm happy to plant some flowers to get some bees in and some food plants. I want food, some fruit and some veg. Don't know much about gardening, but you do know that horse crap's good. Yes. Most animals crap, apart from cats, apparently seems to be good for the garden. It'll also give you a better prospect to grow stuff. Right. I have seen various options of getting rid of your lawn, man. By the way, the Chiefs have just won a penalty, which is very kickable. Offside, Crusaders, so it should shortly be a 1-point ball game. We are still talking about Garden and James of all things. Lawns suck. Liam is enthusiastically agreeing with me. Damn, I missed that one. Yeah, the kids can play on the lawn, Pork, that's true. So I want to leave a little bit of lawn for the kids to play. But there's a park just over there. There's a park like 2 minutes walk. Much bigger than my lawn. Like a million times, not a million times, 1,000, 10,000 times bigger than my lawn. Easily. So if they want to play. I mean, there is something nice to being able to sit here at the desk and let the kids play in the front yard. That's true. Rent a tiller and plant seeds after 2 or 3. I might have to till. But then there's apparently options where you can do gardening without having to till. No till gardening, no dig gardening. I'm quite keen on that. But I need to amend the soil first because the soil sucks. Chiefs have kicked the penalty. So it is 6 points to 7. It is a 1-pointer. Kids and Plants Gardens too. Pity you can't grow a big food forest. Yeah, I know. Look up more Gamble Gardening. I think I have seen at least one of more eggs videos. Get the lawn and a goat. You'll have food. Okay. Be careful where you source your compost, especially animal compost, because it can carry and spread weeds. Okay, Tama, that's good advice. Will Jordan is cutting people to bits after we said he'd not been looking that good this season. Crusaders are hot on attack. Chiefs are shot up out of the line, but they've managed to put enough pressure on to at least slow the Crusaders down. It goes Whainganuku again. Right. Chiefs have won a hell of a turnover there. Whoa. Was that Jacobson? Key turnover. If the soil is super bad, you'll be digging no matter what Ribsy says. Yeah. I spent today digging, bro. I dug up a big section of soil and mixed about. I only bought one bag, so it was only a small section of soil really, but it felt big because the clay is that thick. I just mixed 40 litres of compost in there, cheap old compost. I'll see how it goes, man. It's autumn anyway, so I'm not going to be growing much anytime soon. Raised vegetable gardens are the best. Yeah, I might have to get some raised beds eventually. It was Boschia, right. Are we going captain's referral or is it TMO? Bulla, bro, do you think that Scott Robertson will replace Eddie Jones? Read an article the other day. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I can't see it happening. It's 23 minutes and 33. This clock has stopped. What do we got here? Will Jordan. What are we looking at? What am I looking at? It's the Chiefs referral. Are you serious? That can't be it. Come on, that can't be it. Easy to make raised garden beds this time of year. Yeah. Quentin Strange gives Nane Saturo a little shove, but come on, man. Suggest hiring a rotavator if you want to plant vegetable seeds. Me and my dad tried with a shovel last year. It took ages. Yeah, maybe. It's pretty minor obstruction, but I guess... Wow, good call. It's pretty minor, but still cynical play. Don't mind the captain's challenge, but yeah, only if it's limited. Yeah, they can't overdo it. Otherwise, it just slows the game down. They had that in NHL for a while, whereas they had certain they could challenge virtually anything, and when the coaches wanted to basically give the players a rest, they would call a referral. The time they took to check it would mean the guys had a rest, but they changed the rules so that if you got the referral wrong, you get penalised. So, yeah. It's a pretty minor one, but yeah, it's a good call, that captain's challenge. Just a slight hip move, I think, just to take him out. Brave call using your captain's challenge on a marginal call in 23rd minute. Yeah, but I guess it paid off, eh? Maybe against the Crusaders, you're going to have to take that kind of risk and hope you get it right. Sorry about your ears there, folks, and I missed them again. You don't see too many captain's challenges. That's right. We did see in yesterday's game both sides kind of towards the end of the game decided to just kind of use it just because they were like, oh, well, we've had a call go against us. We'll give it a crack. NHL that was measuring the illegal curve on a stick. It might have been one of them. But there was a couple of seasons ago they changed it that like you could only... Was it like for offsides or goalie interference? If you got it wrong, then you get a penalty against you. The bugs are back in my mind, indeed. I'm new to your beer. What do I drink? This one is Spates. I brought a big box of it a while ago. I'm down to my last like 2 bottles. By the way, if you're watching the game, or if you're not, Damien McKenzie is lining up a shot at goal. We're at 25-35, so they may be about to take the lead for the first time in the game. And he has nailed it. All on the back of that captain's challenge, eh? 9-7, first lead change. Blues challenge was dumb. It really was. Where's the trivia? Okay, I'll grab it in a second. There's a slow moment in the game. Full 2 minutes behind me. I am sorry, Grant. I'm behind most people, I think. Cultivate upwards in the front yard, viney things along a fence line like berries, lettuce, silver in front of them, hops. That's a goodie. Oh, you reckon that's a good way to go about the garden, eh? Oh, Crusaders, I just want a penalty. They'll go back in front. Yeah, 2 weeks later. I don't drink it every day. I guess that's a thing. And Gaza brought over some Hagen last night, so I was drinking his beers. He looked about the same time as me. Nice. JP is synced. Alright, while they're lining up the shot, what do we go with? Oh, it's a geography question. New Zealand geography. Are we feeling confident? Name the river that is navigated by kayak during the coast to coast, which is a race that Richie McCaw does nowadays. And Moonga has nailed that penalty, so the Crusaders are back in front. Disappointed from the Chiefs because that was pretty much straight from the restart. JP has got it. It is the Waimakariri River. So we've got 2 lead changes. Lance also got it. I think Ben Smith is back in Otago. I think he's retired. Google search wins again. Google knows all. Well, not quite all, but Google knows most. Just to check if we can hear the audio, is that okay? It's probably not. Can you hear it? Is it very clear? Because I can get into trouble. I got once, what was it? Not copyright struck, but I got warning from Facebook when I was streaming to Facebook and YouTube about copyrighted, 4 minutes of copyrighted audio being used in a game which was like, 2-hour live stream. Slightly hear the commentary. I will go down one notch then. Can just hear it. Okay. Goodness me. Will Jordan's going to score. Bloody hell. 6 phases and then boom. Crusaders. Looks like Will Jordan's cut himself shaving as well. Barrett on the inside, and then Will Jordan. If you give that guy the ball space, he is gone. Monga with the step on Ta'aval. Will Jordan in space. And he's gone. Run it. I know, Ellen, mate. I just need to bloody run it. Oops. I didn't have that up, did I? We'll edit it. Is it going to be 17 or is it going to be 15? Probably 17. Morgan and Jordan stepping up this week, says Ben. Yeah. They are looking like the Crusaders we know and love. A wee bit more than the last few weeks, I reckon. And he has nailed it. Ellard, who's got money on them, I believe, says up the Crusaders. Cheers, man. What can I say? The Crusaders are very, very good. Very, very good. Ben is a happy chappy, I am sure. But thank you, mate, Ellard. You must be looking forward to the Rainbow Cup. It's not far away. Next week. Wallabies, mate, this is at FMG Stadium, aka Rugby Park in Hamilton. Great place to watch rugby because it is a rectangle made for watching rugby, not a cricket ground. Terrified about the Rainbow Cup, come on. This is in no way an admission of supporting the Crusaders. Yeah, there you go. You know what, mate? It makes me happy to see you wear that shirt. It was the first shirt, non-blues, that I wore that I really had to hesitate before putting it on. You guys can't see that bug that's flying around, so I must look like I'm insane. I swear there's a bug. But yeah, that and England. Those were the two jerseys that I was like, oh, don't know about this. Put it on. Oh, okay, comfortable as. Need some help finding teams to root for. Go with the Blues for Super Rugby if you don't mind heartbreak most seasons. Oh, Tama. Cheers, man, for the garden. Appreciate that, man. I'm honestly determined to make it go with the garden, eh? Like, it needs a lot of work. As I said, it's been flipping let go. I need to weed the hell out of it. I need to treat the soil as much as I can, and then kill off the lawn, at least part of it. I'll leave a spot for the kids to play, and then I'll make my little garden. I'll do it bit by bit. We'll see how it goes. But cheers, man. If I know... Oh, now I know who to kind of ask for gardening advice anyway. Sharks are always a good choice for South African teams, it's true. Blues did play okay yesterday, just didn't win. There you go. It's the heartbreak, man. You see them do some nice stuff, and then there's some stupid stuff. So it's a bit of an emotional roller coaster if you're willing to be a Blues fan. Oh yeah, someone was asking what's the Rainbow Cup. Elled's pretty much explained it there, but yeah, because the South African teams are going to be joining the Pro 14 to make it the Pro 16, dropping 2 South African teams, adding the other 4, so additional 2 overall. So as a kind of a bridge competition, they're playing the Rainbow Cup. So it's a one-off deal with COVID, I think. So until they can get them into the competition proper next year or next season. I can give you tips for soil, permaculture as one of your passions. Nice. All I know is, mate, on this lawn, which is not that big, this part is clay as, and that part is actually not too bad. I'm not sure why there's such a discrepancy in like the 1 yard, which is a pretty small yard. ALB is tearing it up, by the way. He's not running on clay soil. He's got some nice stuff beneath him because he's flying. But yeah, there's a big discrepancy from one end of the house to the other. So I've been trying to treat the end, which is horrendous. Jason, man, how's it going? Did I tell you I went to the bakery? I went to the bakery. Ribsy says at this stage you can't see the Chiefs making it happen. Well, they're 6 phases in. They're inside the Crusaders 22 at the minute. Make that 7 phases. Boshier gives it to Ta'aval. Scott Barrett wants to win it at the breakdown, but Weber gets it out. D-Mac gives it to... Bloody hell, who's the number 8? What's his face? And he almost loses his pants. D-Mac slips it to Boshier and then tries to clean out a ruck. Weber, who's going to go open side. He has to go open side. There's only one guy on the blind. What the hell happened there? It's messy. It's about as messy as it gets. Jason, I got a sandwich, a donut, a cream donut, and some kind of roll for my son. And your mum gave my son a free little shortbread man because I dropped your name. And she was surprised that you like rugby, Jason. She looked at me with a young child and was like, do you know him from school? As if to say, there's a bit of a generational gap here. That's the read I got on your mum's face. You're too old to be my son's friend, was the look that I was feeling. You didn't go to school with him, did you? Yeah. I said, no, I'm from rugby. And she said, rugby? Jason likes rugby. Streaming the Aussie game style, Leo. I have already set it up. I'm actually ahead of the what do you call it? Curve for a while. Curve? It's not a bloody pandemic. Yeah, Chiefs didn't convert on that opportunity, by the way. They got turned over, in case you're not watching the game. So we're going to have a scrum. This is a bit of knock on. Is this the young child, your son? Yes. The finals in Christchurch, James. It looks like it, man. It looks like it. Right. Chiefs scrum inside the Crusaders half. They've just thrown it into touch, the Chiefs. Thrown it directly into touch. That didn't work out. 2 minutes to go in the half. Reds or Brumbies, Wallabies? Reds, man, this season. Reds. Chiefs errors are costing them. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think there's quite a few South Africans who supported the All Blacks traditionally. Especially in Cape Town, right? Why did Alan support the Tars? I don't know that either. Did you tell me? Maybe because you saw Big Tangile Nairavoro when he played for them and you thought that guy's a proper unit. Got to follow that team. Then you buggered off to Northampton. Maybe because of Ned Hannigan. You thought, that's a guy I can get behind. And then you buggered off to Japan. Nah, no worries, Jason. I actually took my son to the library and I figured I saw the bakery on the way and I was like, oh man, I gotta stop by there. So yeah, I did. Oh, do you want me to move the camera? Okay. There you go. You're safe. You need more books? Are they asleep? Is Alice asleep? Oh, thank goodness for that. There you go. Drunk Ian is asking for some advice. Someone give me their experience of using Stan. I'm only using Sky, and we get Stan's broadcast, and it seems to be top quality from what I've seen. Like, it seems a step up from the Fox stuff before. But somebody give him a rundown, if you don't mind, of what using Stan is like. Thank you. Drunk. Cheers for that. Ribsy says, Stan is excellent, but it's quite expensive for like, what, 2 games a week? What are we looking at here? Fanganuku's gone off. Dallas McLeod's on. The clock's in the red, by the way. The Crusaders may just kick it out. No, that's not what the Crusaders do. Oh, and yes, they do. They kicked it out. Yep, 2 tries against 3 penalties, plus a Crusaders penalty as well. It's not looking too great for the Chiefs at the moment. Stan, they've added club rugby, Japanese rugby. They've got the Rainbow Cup. They've got the New Zealand teams as well. So, yeah, you get Super Rugby AU, Super Rugby Aotearoa. You get Rainbow Cup, which is the Pro 14 teams and 4 South African teams. Yeah, top league. I don't think it's all the games, but it's some, eh? Rory, good evening, man. The Crusaders are still looking too good. Chiefs not quite sharp enough, but they're still within touching distance. But another Crusaders score, and it's not going to be looking any good at all. Big comeback is needed. Exactly right. Second half will crank. Hopefully. Stan's sport coverage is terrific so far. I believe 9 Stan will be going all in to get more sports in the near future. They are doing a really good job of it, eh? Like, even just the camera work and stuff seems better. And the production values seem higher. It just seems like Fox were kind of going through the motions, which is, I guess, to be expected after you've been doing it for that long. Chiefs really struggling to gain meters near the 22. Yeah, that's right. Under a lot of pressure. Oh, what's Drunk said there? Cheapest streaming service, which is not piracy. Try it now. I used to use Rugby Pass with a VPN, but they kind of blocked VPNs. And then they've put Super Rugby Aotearoa as a separate product. So I don't think they would be the cheapest anymore. They used to be, because they used to have bloody everything. Apart from the World Cup, Rugby Pass used to have everything. And then they got bought by Sky New Zealand and they started producing their services. But Sky Go, Sky Sports Go, or Sky Sports Now, whatever the hell I'm watching on now. It's got pretty much all the rugby as well, and it's like $400 for the year or something, so it's not too bad. But I don't know if it works with the VPN. I can't really test it because I'm in New Zealand. Alan says 77. Oh, and cheers for that, drunk, by the way. I'll get another beer. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Cheers. One last drop of that. Too kind, man. I hope the answers you're getting from the stream are of quality. It's free in the US on YouTube. There you go. That's the best answer of the day. Free on YouTube. I'm going to grab another beer. Still haven't got that whiteboard fridge, but I guess we haven't got the whiteboard on anyway. I'm in college law, 400 a year is like half of my books. Yeah, I never bought my books when I was in university. I just got them from the... my university had a short-term loan. I bought one textbook my 3 years at university, which is a bachelor's degree. I just got them all the rest from the library, but I guess it depends on the degree you're doing. Am I watching the Ben Askren fight? I don't actually know who Ben Askren is. Is that a UFC thing? Sebastian, the Crusaders are doing the Blues a favor. It's true. It is true. What the hell does that say? Horse racing related question. If anyone knows anything about horse racing. My oven's broken. Can't make breakfast. No milk. Any suggestions? Toast? He's the guy fighting Jake Paul. Yeah, no idea. No idea about any of that stuff. I have no idea about any of that. What YouTube channels do I watch? Not Jake Paul. Right. Toast is a good shout. Bit of cheese. There you go. Do you guys know the horse Phar Lap? It's probably a Aussie and Kiwi thing that would probably most know. Phar Lap. Phar is far, and then lap, Lap. It says, what does Phar Lap translate to? Beating the snot out of Jake Paul would be kind of fun. Yeah. Is he the one who did the thing in the Japanese forest, or was that somebody else? Lightning is half of it, apparently. Lightning is the first half. That was him. Okay, that's the only thing I know about him, is he went to that Japanese suicide forest and did stupid things. Lance has got the other half of it. Lightning Flash is the translation according to the Spates bottle cap. Lightning Flash. Well, that was his brother, Logan Paul. Okay, God, they have brothers about this? I had no idea. According to Wikipedia, Sky Flash. Okay, maybe the bottle cap is incorrect. You probably shouldn't take all your information from bottle caps. What language is Phar Lap? Greek? Maybe. Do you think Akira is the next 6 for the ABs this year? I don't think so, Jonathan. Not based on what we've seen so far this season. I was going to say, since when is File Lap translated? Yeah, I had no idea about that either. Just thought it was a name as well. Me too. The whole Paul family is a joke. Yeah, it's all above my head. No idea. Name File Lap derives from a common Zhuang and Thai word for lightning and sky flash. There you go. There you go. Can I say kidney stones? His name meant lightning in Thai. Okay. File Lap is Japanese. Did Bashir get an All Blacks call-up this year? No, he's not had one as yet, but we'll give it time. But he's only just come back. 2 cents will be in the next boxing match. Hell no, I am boxing nobody. Nah. No, thank you. Nah. I've no desire to get in the boxing ring with anybody. To be fair, you'd fight both of them for $70 million. Well, $70 million then, yeah, that puts a bit of a different spin on it, to be fair. I thought Sky Sports didn't show these games anymore. Is it just New Zealand matches live on Sky Sports? Yeah, the Sky Sports in New Zealand is owned by different people. So, yeah, it's on Sky Sports in New Zealand. But Sky in the UK don't have these games. That is true. 2 cents versus G-Man. He just bought a car. So, yeah, maybe I'd race him. We can go some kind of car racing. That'd be preferable. You could box other YouTube minor celebrities. I reckon Squidge would be easy. You've got like 1/2 meter reach on him. Yeah, I don't think Squidge is all that tall, but he's probably faster and he's certainly younger. I would definitely have him by weight and height. And like you say, reach. Plus, I've got kids. I don't think he's got kids, so I should have a bit more mongrel about me than what he's got, eh? Right, let me see what the halftime stats are before the second half starts. Otherwise, these will soon be irrelevant. Oh, no, it's got the Highlanders Blues score there. I don't want to see that again. Possession 53-47, territory 54-46. Knock-ons is 2-5 with the Crusaders making 5. Run meters 204 to 263. Crusaders have got more. Who would be the boxing champion of all of World Rugby? Elliot reckons Etzebeth. Someone gave Etzebeth a bit of grief about being kind of all bark and no bite. Sonny Bill. Elron says, can't watch setting up a new house, how the Chiefs going. They're, okay. Okay. I think they're one try away from being done, but they're hanging on. Hanging on. John Hopoate, yeah. That's a fair shout as well. Goodness me, I haven't heard that name for a while. Can they come back? Well, it's 17-9, so they can, but they probably need to score next, I reckon. Sonny Bill has actually been in the ring, that's true. It's a Bethel Buck, no bite, flung Izzy about like he was a toy. But can he actually punch someone in the face? Probably. Whoa. Good passing from the Chiefs early on. Slick. And they're offloading. That's 3 offloads in however long we've had in the second half. To be fair, the guys Sonny Bill fought didn't exactly look like elite athletes when he was a boxer. The Argentina coach, Mario Ledesma, you reckon he'd be a good boxer? I reckon Dane Coles would probably have a bit of a boxing in him, eh? He seems like a pretty angry chap. I don't think I'd want to fight Brad Thorne either, even though he's a coach now, but still. Also, probably has a jaw like freaking rock. Oh, the Chiefs are still passing it about. For some reason on my stream they haven't got the time, the score, or the phase counter. I don't know how many phases it's been, but it's a lot. Oh man, they're still going. Joe Moody's already thrown a few punches. April Tui used to box. Yeah, it's hard work boxing. Bugger that. No thanks. Yeah, Ledesma, I think he would not be able to go. How many rounds do they do in boxing? 10? Nope. But I think in the first round, if he unleashed, he would unleash. Sam Losi. He's a pretty big fella. Sam Losi thrown a few punches for Scarlets. Peter Steph Dutour you wouldn't want to go against, but he's got a bit of a heart of gold, that guy, doesn't he? He's pretty religious. I'm going to get so Sonny Bill. Peter Steph has special strength. My wife suckered me into some boxing exercise at some point. Absolute death. If there's one thing my wife has never asked me to do, it's go to do boxing classes for exercise. Nice and sleazy. How are you, mate? Bucky's was religious also. Okay. Maybe that's actually a sign of a proper fighter if they're very religious, because the ones I can think of are actually quite... Bucky's were in the Bible Club. Is that right? Good Crusaders D. Yeah, man. After like how many phases JP said it was? Like 17? Can't see Peter Steph wanting to hurt anyone. Maybe he would just do it unintentionally. I reckon the big locks are the ones you wouldn't want to actually fight in the ring. The tough guys are tough. But if a bloke has arms twice as long as yours, you'll just feel helpless. So about that garden. Yeah, how's the garden going, man? What can I do in the garden tomorrow? I have got some compost almost ready to go in the garden, so maybe I'll dig some of that in tomorrow. 2 cents lifts every weekend, lifts the beers into his mouth. I know, man. I know. But not much during the week, so... Peter Steph has an IQ of 72, but a rugby IQ of 168. There's a lot of guys like that, eh? Amazing players do stuff that's so stupidly genius, skillful, like seeing stuff before it seems to happen. And then you see them in an interview and go, you probably wouldn't pass like any kind of like, you know, entry-level school test, but it doesn't matter. Everyone's got their own skills, right? You know, some people are academically gifted, some people are good sportsmen. Richie McCaw flies bloody helicopters, runs cross-country. That guy just does everything. He's not the only one, but yeah. Everyone's got their thing. Like how we said mostly Southern Hemisphere players would be boxers. Yeah, who would be good from the Northern Hemisphere? Here goes Lachlan Boshier. The Chiefs have got some quick ball. D-Mac. Whoa, he's flirting with the touchline. He's still inside. Bloody close. To be fair, Mark Wilson from England looks like he could scrap. Alice Genge as well, that's true. If they were rocket scientists, they wouldn't be playing rugby. Exactly right. Honestly, everyone's got their own things. I learned that when I was pretty young. My dad is certainly not the smartest guy in the world, but you better believe he can have a conversation with anybody, which is not a skill that everybody has. A lot of people would struggle with that. He could go up to Richie McCaw if he was on the street and talk to him like he'd known him for 40 years. Is Richie McCaw even 40? Boshier is the man who goes over for the Chiefs, by the way. They converted on some pressure. That was a key try, that one. Go the Chiefs. You can plant potatoes in buckets. What? It's because Gaz is a legend, indeed. Watched him after 2 cents rugby. Gaz is a genius. In his own fields, yes. My mum has done that to Richie McCaw. She thinks they're friends now. That's hilarious. Yeah, see, like I've seen some of the guys on the street. Like I've seen Michael Jones. Left him alone. If it was Gaza, he would not have done the same. But maybe I should have. Gaza wouldn't let that get in the way with him. My family call me have a chat as to chat to anybody who wants to have a chat. You are like Gaza then. You are like Gaza. One of my best mates in school, his dad would not, when like he would come to my house, when his dad would pick him up from my house, and my friend's dad, Andrew, would come to pick him up. Andrew wouldn't come to our door to pick up his son, David, because he knew he'd have to have a chat with my dad. So he'd wait out in the car. Beep, beep. Time to go, son. Bit rude, isn't it? But actually, they're still pretty good mates, actually. When did you switch from calling him dad to Gaza? I think when I was like 16. It's end-to-end stuff at the moment, folks. The Chiefs are actually, yeah, they're looking good at the moment. Maybe he was busy. Maybe. This is the game we needed. Hollywood, yeah, if you're watching it now, like what, 3:15 a.m., this is the game you want to be watching. Things have cranked up a notch. I saw Justin Tipperick playing a shooting game in an arcade. I can't picture it. I also just found out from a guy, John. Some of you guys will know John from the streams and from Patreon. That Peter O'Mahony, like the Irish, always angry looking international monster man, his Instagram is half about his garden. Gardening, man. He's a big time gardener. Oh, the Chiefs have just knocked it on. It's brutal. Bit of a let off there for the Crusaders, but some good defense. Chiefs are going to have to go all the way back. What a kick. Takes the Chiefs back to their own goal line. Bloody hell, they're caught in goal. But it'll be a dropout. Carry back? So it is going to be a 5-meter scrum. Damn. How's fun employment? It's busy, man. I'm trying to do more YouTube stuff. I'm building some data in the background, doing some videos, and my son's on holiday next week, so I'm doing the dad stuff too. I feel like you only get away with calling your dad something else once you get taller than him. Well, I was probably taller than him at about 16, so that probably goes with it. If I'm taller than you, I get to call you by your first name. Well, Gaza. I cannot believe you're into gardening too. Add to that the channel, you'll become the only source of information. I'm not a particularly knowledgeable gardener. I could say the same about my rugby knowledge as well, to be fair, but yeah, I would need a lot more hand-holding with the gardening stuff. But if I wanted to do some cool before and after stuff, I would need to start taking videos of my garden now, which currently looks horrendous. It looks like a bomb site. Can't believe Jamie Roberts managed to do an international career keep up with his medical training. Allard, it's definitely tougher. A lot of the guys used to do uni and stuff as well as rugby, but since the game's gone professional, it's a lot harder. Like Conrad Smith was one of the last guys to graduate uni here. He became a lawyer, or at least he graduated. I don't know if he ever practiced, but he got a law degree anyway, so you could do a Zoom chat with Tamo on YouTube. There you go. I need to do some before and after shots of my garden. Right, 5-meter line out. Crusaders are going to maul it. Chiefs are doing all right to hold it. They're putting the backs in there as well. Morgan's even in there. Oh, here's trouble. Oh, Taylor's got it down. That's on the whitewash. Try time. Foo Fighter, we are at 52:47 on the clock. Well worked. Well worked. Sonny Bill did a degree? I'm not actually sure about that, April. He might have. Try time, yeah. I've never actually heard Gazza say maul it, JP. Not once. Oh, he's missed the conversion. That was a pretty straightforward one. Hit the post and he's missed it. So that means the Chiefs are still one try. Converted try from going in front. DuPont has a master's in sports science. He can't have a master's at his age, surely. Andrew rates his conversational skills. He had a 9-hour phone call with a girl last year. Bloody hell. April 2, we are at 54:37, so still plenty of time to go. Missing that kick could be a turning point. Yeah. Yeah, that still keeps it as a one-score game. It would have been 2. Can the Chiefs hit back? They are in the Crusaders half on the 10-metre line. That looked like a forward pass, but apparently not. Arkoi's running it up. Tokiaho is running it. Weber gets it to D-Mac. He goes left. Ta'avao. What a take by. Is that Tia or ALB? Tia. Bloody hell. Caught the thing one-handed, like above his shoulder. DuPont's very smart. Universities can give you an honorary degree in whatever they want. That's true. That's also true. Brent Hall's going to come on for Mitch Drummond. Chiefs are not going to go away. I hope they can keep it competitive for the rest of the game. It'd be nice to see the Chiefs score next, either penalty or try. I'd take a drop goal. Nankivell. Taken pretty easily. My daughter went to uni to meet boys, and those are her words. Fair enough, at least she's honest with you. Bryn Hall underrated. Yeah, he's been pretty good. It's weird that him and Drummond, because they rotate between starter and bench guy, that neither seems to be the top guy. They both seem to be a little bit underrated. One of my friends did his engineering degree, and he took we had elective papers you could take as well outside of your major. He took them in psychology because it was all girls, so because engineering was all guys, pretty much. Ellard, you burnt your toast? Man, toast? How hard is toast? Come on, man. Come on. Bryn Hall came from the Blues. He did, mate. He left to win titles. Boris Johnson once said women go to uni to get husbands. What? How long ago was that? Is he not married? I don't know. I know nothing about him other than he needs a haircut. I did the same with my physics lectures. There were 9 blokes, but went to the optional anatomy, which was all girls more or less. Yep. Boris Johnson is so questionable. Boris Johnson is truly human garbage. He's divorced again and engaged, but always has others as well. He's gross. Oh, he's a busy guy. Fair enough. Scene from The Simpsons where Homer's cooking breakfast for Mr. Burns and burns the cereal in the bowl with milk. Funnily enough, I can't actually remember that one, and I've seen a lot of Simpsons in my childhood and beyond. Toaster's difficult when rugby's on. Doesn't the toaster just pop up? You must be using it. Maybe the Northern Hemisphere toasters pop down instead of popping the toast out of the machine. Maybe it's because the world's upside down. That sounds about right. Crusaders have just gone 10 phases on defense, and the Chiefs have knocked it on. Oh, man. High tackle on Chiefs. Chiefs are 4 meters out from the line, folks. Boshier. Tackled by Scotty Barrett. Slow ball. Come on, Chiefs. Another advantage. Will the Crusaders just give away a penalty here to try and kill it off? Concede the 3. Akoi is like a 1 meter out. I can't take my eyes off it. D-Mac spins it. Run it. Out. Out. Jonah Lowe looks to have scored there, folks. Surely they're going to TMO that. They'll check it, surely. I asked for another try and they delivered. My special powers worked again. Keep on doing that, April Tui. Do you reckon the Reds will win the Trans-Tasman? I don't reckon they'll win it, but I like to think they will pick up a decent record. Getting your backs running it pays off yet again. Gazza for Coach of the Year. I would love to go and talk to some of his, because he used to coach, assistant coach club rugby, like level 2, like Division 2 club rugby over here. I would love to talk to some of his former players to see what kind of inspirational words of wisdom he used to give them at halftime or at the training sessions kind of thing. Your powers don't work on the Blues. That's not you, April 2. That's just the Blues. And D-Mac has slotted it. What a kick. Harder kick than Moonga's one, you'd have to say. And he's nailed it. It puts the Chiefs in front. He probably said just F and run it. Yeah, probably. Boys, if you get the ball, just F and run it. Well, I think that was Michael Checker's game plan when he first took over the Tars, right? He didn't let them kick it for a year. Crowd is rocking, says Speck. I bet, man. They are in front. 2 cents Patreon videos interviewing Gaz's disciples, former players. I need to get this done. Reds are going all the way, says JP. You reckon? Maybe. Sam, mate, this is pretty good. It's not doing my Blues any good, but as I said a long time ago, the Blues don't deserve nothing. Nobody needs to do them any favours. The Blues, if they want to do something, need to get their asses into gear. Chiefs are doing it. Castro, mate, how's it going? Happy Chiefs fan, maybe. Hope so. Thank you, brother. JP's trying to have some of Allard's optimism. Right, 63 minutes. The Chiefs are going to have to defend because they are inside their own 22. The Crusaders are not just going to let anything slide. So they will want to hit back straight away. Slow ball though. But they're still going forward. 3 meters out. Still 3 meters out. Your stream's crashed, Elliot. I'll keep up the... Oh, the Crusaders look to have advantage. So it's pretty much straight in front of the sticks. Either way, they should be able to kick a penalty if they don't score a try here. Mata'ele's got it. He gets taken out. They're about 6 meters out from the line. They've still got advantage. 9 phases they have gone. Jaeger plays scrum half, which is something we're not used to seeing. He throws the ball at his colleague's ankles, which is why he's a prop and not a number 9. Surely the Crusaders will take this kick and go in front. It was offside from the Chiefs, and sure enough, the Chiefs will be lining up behind their sticks as Moonga lines up a shot at goal. More time, grab your salt and vinegar chips and licorice. I forgot about that. I should have got salt and vinegar chips at the supermarket today, but I didn't. Blake, man, good to see you here, bro. Yep, we've still got 15 minutes to go. "65 minutes in, the Crusaders are back in front. Kicking it. They should be running it. I know. Gaza will not be pleased. Gaza will not be pleased with that from the Crusaders. Can the Crusaders mount a good exit here? They've got a bit of a caterpillar ruck going. High ball. Finds touch. Box kick from Bryn Hall. This is when rugby gets exciting, or how do you feel about this? Now, 2 cents. Obviously, as I said, like for the Blues, it's better if the Crusaders win, but I will be rooting for the Chiefs. I hope they can get back in front. I think it'd be better for the comp to keep things uncertain as to who's going to finish top. ALB. Was it ALB or was it Tia? No, it's Tia. Why do I keep getting those two guys mixed up? They got the same haircut or something. Has anyone eaten an entire pack of salt and vinegar crisps? About halfway your mouth starts to hurt. Yeah, you get the burning on the corners of your lips. I've done it, but it's not pleasant. About halfway through, you stop enjoying yourself. Will the Chiefs go first if they win here? They won't go first. They will go second, and it will stop the Crusaders from having a guaranteed home final. Take a bow, McLeod. Yeah, he's doing all right since he's come on, eh? What's up, Grant? How is things in Republic of China, Taiwan? Oh, why no, he's just knocked it on. Allard says he is happy to see a more competitive New Zealand league. Appreciate that, man. And yes, likewise, I am pretty chuffed to see the Crusaders not just running away with everything. Because at the start of the season, it threatened to be just them dominating. I mean, they're still winning, man. They've only lost one game, but Golden Point last week, only 2 points in it with like 12 minutes to go here. You never know. You never know. But cheers, man. Thank you. At least you don't have to work today. Do you think when the Drua join Super Rugby, they will be mostly the same as their current team in the Aussie NRC? I think they'll bring back some Fijian stars. I hope some of the guys are keen to come back, eh? But it depends on how long these guys are on contracts and whatnot for. Grant was at Chiai for a cricket meeting and you're now at work. At work on a Saturday. I don't like it. Elliot is on call. Ooh. I'm lucky I don't have a job where I'm on call. HSRs are great. What's an HSR? Someone has to pay the bills. Oops. Drunk says too late to place a bet. There should still be live bets going on like the TAB and stuff. Oh, that's a jar, I think. JIA opinion, Grant. Cheers, drunk. Who are you putting a bet on if you are placing a bet now? High speed rail. Ah, right. High speed rail. Too many acronyms. Right, in terms of rugby, Crusaders have just knocked it on. There's 11 minutes to go, just under. Yes. Bad thing about working in a hospital, people are sick even on weekends, those bastards. Excuse my language. Yes. As someone who has 2 young children, I know all about taking kids at, 11 o'clock at night to the clinic, usually not to the hospital, only once to the hospital, and then waiting 2 hours to get them seen and to be told they're fine. Go home, give them paracetamol. Jiayi, right. They don't use the pinyin in China and Taiwan. They use the, what's that other system called? The double-barreled one. Drunk's not going to place a bet. Oh, fair enough. Not going to place a bet. With 10 minutes to go, surely you're betting on the Crusaders. They always close things out in the final 10. Wallabies would be nervous as he was a Chiefs fan. Yeah, I'm pretty glad I'm a neutral for this one. I don't know how Novmum is holding up. Or Ben. Ben Preble is probably pretty comfortable. His team usually comes through in this kind of situation. Novmum is nervous. There you go. They use anything and everything. Fair enough. Working in the desert, I'm still not used to getting up on a Sunday for the start of the work week. You start your work week on a Sunday. Bloody hell. The Warriors' appearance, mate. To be fair, in the field, kids are the bravest and coolest ones out there. I don't take my kids to the doctor for the drop of a hat. To be fair, I probably did it more with my son. And with my daughter, I was kind of used to it when I go, nah, she'll be fine. But, yeah. He's the one who ended up in hospital once. Nothing serious, but yeah. If you didn't know, our children's hospital here in Auckland is called Starship Children's Hospital. It's a pretty cool name for a kid's hospital, but I guess it sounds better to tell your kids you're going to the Starship than going to the doctor. But anyway. 4:36 here. I have an exam opening up in 3 hours and 30 minutes. Bro, go to sleep. Or after this game, go to sleep in the next 7.5 minutes. Middle East, mate. Friday is a holy day here. Grant, that shows a bit of ignorance on my part. I did not know that. Man, Friday's the day that everybody looks forward to. So I guess that'd be even doubled down in the Middle East. Right, Crusaders are mauling it. They've been told to use it. They're still not using it. Bryn Hall better use it. Oh, the Chiefs have just given away a penalty. Why would you do that when they've just been told to use it again? Just leave them alone. They were going to have to use it anyway. Oh, bloody hell. They're doing the blues on me. Shout out for Starlit Hope Charity. Started by a Starship patient. Wow. Passed away, but the charity's still there. Wow, that's crazy. Worry about your health. After the game, you can sleep. Oh, well, it's only 7 minutes difference, man. Might as well. I called the Asian Cricket Council yesterday to get a comment from them on a cricket story based in Kuwait. No answer. There you go. Day off for everybody on a Friday. Right, well, thankfully for the Chiefs, the Crusaders knocked it on there, so we will have a scrum for the Chiefs. So Crusaders not able to capitalise on the opportunity just given to them. Sam Cane is in the coach's box, sitting on what looks to be a pretty uncomfortable chair. Scott Robertson is in the coach's box on his laptop, having a look at Trade Me to see if that auction is closed yet. If he's going to put in another bid. Have you ever showed up to an exam with no hours of sleep, as in a good 24-hour sleep? No, Sebastian, I have not. I've definitely gone to an exam on less sleep than I should if I was cramming for it the night before, but yeah. Yeah, how's Allard feeling about this one? Hasn't he got money on the Crusaders? But maybe in his heart of hearts would like to see the Chiefs get up and do it. Will Jordan's going to put boot to ball from his own 22. He gets it not that far, not even to the 10-metre line. So good opportunity here for the Chiefs. So Russi says, go Crusaders, go. Big V8 show is asking if history will be made. What history would it be? So Akula's cranking it up. There's 4 minutes to go. Ooh, the Chiefs have got an advantage. Back for the advantage. That's kickable. Very kickable. Hope you're enjoying the game. Who's who you got for the Force and the Tars? AJ, I picked the Force. Largely based on the Tars bringing in some bloody... apparently quite talented, but very little experience, number 10. Back-to-back losses for the Crusaders. But didn't the Crusaders win Golden Point last week? I had 50 McNuggets today. Who are you rooting for? Luke. Wow. 50 McNuggets. Are you alright? Damien McKenzie is lining up a kick from about 30 metres. Novmum's heart's pounding. We're at 77 minutes on the clock. This is a proper pressure penalty, this one. No worries, Big Viejo. I have the same issues. The fixtures list can be tricky. D-Max got the smile. He steps forward. He hits it. Looks pretty good. Over. Bloody hell. What's a game, people? What's a game? Whoever's at this game paid money to be entertained, and they're certainly getting value for it. You don't always get that. You do not always get what you paid for. It's 26-25. There are just over 2 minutes to go in this one. Chiefs can't afford to make any mistakes in their own 22 here. Flesh just woke up, and yes, the Chiefs have just taken the lead. Jason's a happy man. April's happy with that. When was the last time the Crusaders lost back-to-back games? I think it was 2018, apparently. But yeah, they did win last week. I got the coffee and beer ready for this exam. It's managerial economics. What a line, that one. How come I'm not drinking Tui? Because I bought Spates a while back, actually. The misconversion is currently the difference. But the Crusaders have still got the ball in the Chiefs' 22. Will Mo'unga slot back into the pocket, or will they try and win a penalty, score a try? The Chiefs need to be so careful here. Get out of there, Chiefs tackler. They tried to trap him into it, but the ref said, "No, the ball's available, play on." Chiefs have got to be so careful before they attack anything at the breakdown. Mo'unga is pretty deep if they want to use him for a droppy. But the New Zealand sides didn't prove all that good at sliding droppies, although it was... Oh, the Chiefs have won a turnover. Bloody hell, it's Akoi. Are you kidding me? Whoa. Come on. Captain's challenge. They have to do it. It's the game. They have to do it. This is the same as what we've seen from the last two captain's challenges in the previous game yesterday. Yeah, this has become like the desperation play at the end of the game. Captain's challenge. What's it for? They're checking the way Akoi won that turnover to make sure he was lifting the ball, not kind of sealing it off and then lifting. Because the way you do it now, you're not allowed to put like your hands on the ground and lean on it. You've got to actually be grabbing the ball. You'd be an idiot not to challenge it. Exactly. There's 1 minute left. You have to challenge it. Well, we'll see if there's footage of it, man. I can't see bugger all from that angle. Can't see nothing, but he doesn't look to be overextended. If it's unclear, they just go back to the on-field decision. Absolutely right, Ribsy. Can you see anything there? He doesn't look to be leaning on his hands, not from that angle. He looks fine, honestly. First two angles look all good. I think he's going to be fine. He's got to be fine. There's nothing in that footage that can turn that over. Keep your on-field decision. That's going to be it. Who disliked this video? I don't know, Luke, man. People are funny. Oh my God, what a game this is. There's still 35 seconds to go. Do they tap it? Do they kick for touch? Jason's a happy man. Jahan just wants it to end. Matthew says Chiefs win. Nov Mum said she might cry if the Chiefs win. Do it. 101 watching, 57 likes. Come on, man. Give us a like then. Give us a like if you haven't done it. Like us for the Chiefs. 10 seconds. All they got to do is win this line out. But their line out is the worst in Super Rugby Aotearoa. And guess whose is the best? It's the Crusaders. Harris. Go to the front, surely. They go to the back. Are you kidding me? Soakula wins it. Siren's gone. And the Chiefs have got advantage. And they have got the win. Unbelievable. Come on. What a win, Chiefs. Bro. What a game. What a game. Mark Roberts says, let's flip and go Chiefs. Absolutely. What a turnaround from last year. Absolutely. Grant's dropping a super sticker on us. Whoa, cheers, Grant. Man. What a game. Cheers again, Grant, man. Bro. What a finish. 1 point game. How good's that? Crusaders still get the bonus point, but Chiefs go second. Blues are down to third. Oh, man. Good God, Alaran. I was saying your team was almost dead and buried at half time, but what a comeback. Unbelievable. Patrick says, what a great match. Tamos is happy for New Zealand rugby. Absolutely. Blues are overrated. Yeah, can't argue with that. Unbelievable, says Wallabies. YOLO says, up the Chiefs. Absolutely, man. Thank you, brother. Brad Weber looks pretty pumped in the post-match interview. Man. Cheers, YOLO. Thank you, man. Alex says, what a game. Dan says, the Crusaders are still top. Absolutely, but that is their second loss. The commentator kept confusing Nana Satura and Tahura. Yeah, I was getting ALB and the Tia confused as well. See you, Grant, man. I'll be along for the next one a bit later if you want to watch the Aussie game. Morning, Kakuna Matt. Yeah, the Chiefs won it. The Crusaders lost it. Unbelievable. But yeah, a lot has changed seemingly. So, and absolutely, Jamie, it comes down to that, and it's a good thing for me to note down. Missed Moonga conversion, and it was a pretty easy one. Crazy, and a kicked DMAC one. Oh, and Novmum won $18.50 from free bets. Awesome. Absolutely. Absolutely. Whew. All right, folks. See you at the gardening show. Indeed. Yeah, I'm going to watch the next game, which is the Force and the Waratahs on in about 50 minutes. So just under an hour. So, yeah, I might see you guys at that time then. Drunk, yeah, you go to bed, bro. Focus on your exam. Another game, another time. But don't get up for the next one, bro, because that's on in like an hour. You need your sleep. Anyway, cheers, Jason, JP. I'll see you guys soon. Epotui, Wallabies. Take care, guys. I'll see you in about an hour. Take care. Bye.